Yo, what is up, friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council? My name is Daimien Kamiya and I'm the Omni King, and we are back. I know it was supposed to be Chantalise today, but I decided to switch it up when I realized that I wasn't too sure. I didn't really notice information right away whether Wriothesley would get an actual story mission or not. Also, I'm going to be polling for him. Why? Well, because he's a cryo catalyst. He also is a fist fighter too, like Hanzo or like Heizo, and you know how much I love my Heizo, so he's definitely I'm excited. But the thing is I've talked about this before on stream that I want a DPS of each element, a proper DPS, and I mean like catalyst DPS, and cryo's the only one that doesn't exist. So here it is, I'm getting it. It's the same with the Nahida situation. I didn't get Nahida because she was an Archon. I hadn't made it that far into the story to care. I got Nahida because she was a Dendro Catalyst user. And that was worth way more to me than anything else. So I'm not going to waste any time here. We're just going to get right into the game here. I also finished the poetry story that we started the other day. I finished that yesterday. What are these notices? There's a big update today, which is part of the reason why I started the stream like several minutes short. Oh, compensation. Love hearing that. Seiyu's birthday! Help! Send help! Guji suddenly decided to rear some ornamental fish, and I volunteered for the fishing task so I could slack off on practice. Thought all I had to do was set up a fishing rod and then took a nap till the fish took the bait. Did have a great nap, but when I woke up there were no fish and no bait. My day will be ruined if I have nothing to show for the task. I asked around and you might be the only one who can catch that sort of fish in a short period of time. This is urgent. Hope the letter reaches you quickly. Both the bait and your lunch are ready as payment. I hope head pats I hope head pats count. Just don't pat me for too long. I'll wait for you here. I'm not gonna lie, like this, I really wish birthdays turned into quests. I don't even care if they're voiced. I just like this legitimately sounds like this could be a small Seiyu quest. Like, you know, just help her catch 10 fish or something. Sort of like a daily, if you will. Right? Like so many of them seem like that. It's kind of crazy to me that like you don't get anything out of it. All right, so I guess we go do dailies, so that way I have at least, you know, a little bit more primos. Goodbye, dude. Yeah, I don't care. Normally I would do like the Nervalette thing and save dailies, so that way I could do the story and then get it, but I want to actually have Wriothesley because I already kind of have a team set for him. So I've rehashed a lot of teams here. So like I got a dead team now. This is the team I was going to put him on because so Mika, like here's the weird thing is like Mika doesn't really have good cryo application. Like let's be real here. So I was gonna have him on here, so not only does it provide good cryo support, or not only does it provide an attack speed bonus, but the problem is I only have C5 Mika. I don't have C6 yet. C6 actually makes him a physical fighter. Like, basically, he's a good support for if you're gonna tag him on a team with someone, he'd pretty much be like Rosaria or Eula, who do cryo but also have a heavy physical presence. So I was actually thinking instead to maybe switch to Shenhe, because she at least can do cryo resistance. But then that removes my healer. Oh, and physical resistance too. Wow. It's only 7% at level 2. Like, this team hasn't changed, or this team hasn't changed. This team kind of just ended up becoming an amalgamation of that old team. That I think, though it had what's her name here, Miko here instead. But I just decided, like, this isn't really an official team. This is pretty much just a team of people I need to let go of. Though Seiyu's at least a healer, so she can get slotted somewhere. But Chi-Chi got put back here, and I realized I had Barbara here when Yellen was on the team, and I'm like, damn, I got 2 Hydros. Right, this is my new Geo team, and it's working out well. This is another pseudo team that doesn't really need to exist. I'm actually and then this team. This is a great team. Klee has the new weapon that came out with the event. So it's energy. So this was either going to go to Klee or it was going to go to Ningguang. So its energy recharge is the secondary stat on it. Which isn't really great for the characters that get supported by the bonus. The characters that get energy recharge generally aren't all primary offensive characters, and vice versa. So I was looking at characters that had action skills that could, or bursts that could benefit from the energy recharge, while also benefiting from the high attack of the weapon and the effects of the weapon, which is every 6 seconds. Charge, or every 6 seconds, within 6 seconds after a normal or charge attack, normal attack damage increases by 16% and charge attack by 12. This increases by 3, and this effect can be triggered every 0.3 seconds. To me, this is so Klee and Ningguang both can utilize their bursts effectively as additional utility to their offense. And they have charge attack mechanics, where when Ningguang attacks, she builds up these 3 pebbles, and when you use the charge attack, it launches all 3 in addition to her charge attack, so she kind of like a barrage attack. While Klee's is, every time she attacks, she gets, has a 50% chance to gain an explosive spark, which makes the next one cost no stamina and deal 50% more damage. I thought that provided a lot of you. Why do I not have this leveled up? I have all the components here, so I have no idea why I did not have this leveled up on Klee. Well, that should provide at least a little bit of damage bonus and stuff. But Klee's burst is actually really useful, especially since it helps compensate for her. Like, both her and Ningguang have a bit clunky attacks, but I feel like Sparks and Splash really compensate. Yeah, like if I put Shenhe in here, like I could also run Barbara as my healer, which can provide me with healing, can provide me with a freeze effect, and the best benefit of all, I get Barbara on my team. Though I have to readjust some of this stuff. She got completely neutered when I had to change some stuff around here. Yeah, it's all about HP. And I have a Hydro bonus here. Like I could switch to this and then just make sure that the others provide the bonuses that I need. Hmm. Like I could just, well, I don't have a spare flower unless I steal Dory's. I had an idea to use Dory as a healer and it didn't end up working out. Because I ended up just rehashing the entire team sets. So now she has 20% HP. Let's go down to Exile. And then I'll just switch to this one to get higher HP value. Yeah, that one they say healing bonus. HP, HP. And while I don't have HP, I have an HP bonus on this, but I don't on this, but the 20% kind of makes up for it, because you wouldn't get anything that high anyways. And then weapon doesn't have to change here. Especially since, like, no offense, but, like, no, I don't really think there's an offense, but, Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, I think is actually a really good book for an HP healer, because it's, like, you, especially on Barbara or Kokomi, where their skills can actually be functional for the team. So you pop them, switch to your DPS, and then just start fucking blitzing with a near 50% attack boost. Oh, yeah, I don't know if did I get this on stream? So this book I gave to Ningguang. Increase movement speed while in battle, gain 8% elemental damage every 4 seconds, max 4 stacks. Lasts until character falls or leaves combat. I thought, you know, that complemented Ningguang. Pretty much these books were interchangeable with each other. Whoever got this one, the 5-star went to the other, so... Yeah, and I'm just gonna throw some characters in here. Characters I want to use, but I don't. Like, I'll throw Layla in and Bennett.
You remember too, right?
I won't hold you back. Much.
I need a good DPS spear user. Like, I know there's Hu Tao, who I didn't pull for, but the thing is, I have technically... Rosaria is probably the best I have, but I've just not been using her lately because I have that spear from a while ago. This thing here that Shenhe has, and it's just a fucking beast of a weapon. But no one wants it because Rosaria's the only Rosaria, and I guess technically Shang Yilin are the only spear users I have that are technically DPSers. The Changlin is generally used more for energy recharge to get that burst active on other characters. Right? And like, but crit's also good too, so like this is also a good spear. And Rosaria also functions better off of crit, like, based on skills and stuff, so... Right, well, everyone else is pretty much, like, energy recharge or HP, basically. Alright. I was gonna say, in honor of the fisticuffs guy I'm getting, I would use Hazo, but instead I want to use the Geo team. Got it. It disappears if the moment you enter combat. You can sneak and get them, then you don't have to do the combat. Excellent. No. Come on. I already see what the thing is. The red thing there, I already know it's like some form of trial. Ugh, I just missed it. I haven't gathered Crystal Marrow in God knows how long.
Solidify!
Let me read you a verse.
By royal decree.
Give up.
Yeah, so I don't have the triple Geo team anymore, but this team's working for me, so I don't mind. Like, I'm of personal belief that you don't run Geo unless, you have 2 Geos.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Order guide you. Right.
Oh.
Stabilize.
Go for it. And Zhongli's not a pushover anyways, which is great. I'm glad I got to play him when he was actually not bad. Yeah, I saw a video about how Zhongli was terrible on launch. Which, to be fair, I think there's argument to say that canonically Zhongli should be the strongest character because he's the oldest character. Out of all characters that we know the ages of, their general ages of, he's the oldest character at over 6,000 years old. It's evidenced quite clearly that Liyue, there's places in Liyue that were literally destroyed because of fights he got into with others. I know I did the Mora meat. Alright, let's do the goulash. Do I have one? I do. No. I am eating.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Don't waste my time.
Stabilize.
By royal decree.
No, my sword. It's nothing.
Alright, all commissions done. Let's turn them in. Yeah, I looked at my Nerve Roulette pull, and I legitimately pulled him on the last pull in that. Oh no, yeah, because I ended up having to go to single pulls. So I am at pity 0 going into Wriothesley. Oh yeah, I gotta do Liwa too.
Add Astra.
Nope. I know Shenhe does the same thing as Yellen, but Yellen's cuter. Just my bias. Alrighty.
This realm is... If you ever
Alright, we'll teleport to Fontaine where we will do the pulling. Let me go to this. Well, I'll just go to wishing because I can go to the shop from the wishing menu. Yeah, I spent all of my star glitters too. All of them. I need 5 more. 5 more to get 1 more. Alright. Oh, no, never mind. I'm exactly at 40 there. Alright, so I got 4 pulls before I have to spend money. If I got that, I'd be shocked. Of course I get a weapon. Dory, which... Oh, no, I thought I had C6 Dory already. Chongyun. Last pull before I spend money. Yep. Oh, 2 Dories? Really? Alright. Well, time to spend money. I'm just going with the more expensive one. 81. Can I please get it in this? Like, I'm guaranteed to get a 5-star, but I'm not necessarily guaranteed the 50-50. Like, I failed on Nervalette. Another sword. Great. Is that a Favonius sword at least? Okay, yeah. I don't mind necessarily getting weapons if they're energy recharge, because I'm noticing that they're way more useful now. Ooh, jeez. So what, that's 5 pulls, so I'm at 50? 60. There we go. Now is it the actual character I want? It is! Let's go! Okay. So it wasn't a waste of money. Alright, let's do all the people that I got pluses on. So Chongyun is now C3. Okay, so if I use my skill or burst within the range of my skill, it reduces cooldown, which is kind of cool. And then that's the... Is that the burst? Cloud Parted Star. Yes, that's the burst. Dory. So I got 3 on her, so I'm at C5 now. In all honesty, getting C6 Dory would actually make me consider putting her on a team. Because it not only does a better heal, but it's an Electro Infusion, which you can find use for. Especially if you want to run like an primary Electro team. Like I know, like, what are my Electro option, like Electro Mage options? So, like Lisa, which... Yeah, or Yang or Ye Miko. And then like there's other like stronger Electro DPSs like Razor you could go for too. So both her skill and her burst are getting the +3. Character connected to Genie will obtain the following buffs based on their current HP and energy. When their HP is lower than 50%, they will gain incoming healing bonus. When their energy is less than 50%, they gain 30% energy recharge. Yeah, Dory's kind of a mix between a healer and a battery, which can make her really valuable depending on the team. Anyways, let me just click on the dude. So now I've fought the new boss enough to be able to get what I need to level him up, but I still have one more person. Oh yeah, that's right. I already had C6 Toma, so alright, let's level him up first. First level up is always free as long as you do the test anyways, so... Oh my god. Alright, let me open the map. I gotta find... I'm gonna have to find a ton of these beetles. So I do have this that I can give him because Klee's not using it anymore, so I guess I'll just give him that for now. I don't know what his like talents and stuff, like what does he scale off of? Why is it always HP? Can we stop fucking scaling on HP and actually scale on other shit? Like, please? How about making a useful offensive character that scales on defense? You know, outside of like the 5 that exist in the game, only 2 that do it effectively. Well, I'm going cryo damage here. Oh my god, one with a cryo bonus set too. And attack and crit. Oh my god, it's like it was made for him. And then they got a flower and a feather there too. There's an HP bonus too. It's not bad. I just want to get it to 12. Oh, HP boost. Sweet. So that has crit rate. That's attack. That one's attack, that one's defense, but that has the attack bonus. I'm actually thinking of removing Barbara from the team. Much as I like Barbara, I might actually put Mika back in. Thing is I don't as powerful as Freeze can be. Actually, no, because Frozen plays effect on this. Like I want to do a tier 4 of this. Because it's like perfect crit rate, or cryo damage, attack, right? Attack, and you know, and then I could try and like I can technically equip this too because it does have crit rate, but I should really try and get some crit damage in. Like, I technically even have a weapon I can do for that. I'm gonna have this unbelievable crit rate. I just need to buff some of these. Oh, and crit damage. Let's go. Okay, those were terrible, terrible additions, but can't win all. Hmm. Can I get this thing to 8? Okay, if I can get it one more level. Oh, 15. I'm not going to worry too much on that. So I have 107 on crit damage, 25% on crit rate, but if the target's affected by cryo, it goes up by 25%. If the target's frozen, it'll go up by another 20%. And then once I add in if I add in another cryo user to the team, it'll go up by another 15%. So I could, as long as I keep a Hydra user in my team, the problem is I just need a good counter for cryo. So I basically need like a pyro on the team. And I'm also debating, like, do I do... Do I do Chi-Chi or do I do Mika? No, let's do Mika.
You got a side job for me? Sure thing.
Let me double check our equipment. All right. Everything's ready.
And if it's going to be Hydro, it needs to be either Yellen or Shungcho. But that means removing Shungcho from this team, which doesn't thrill me. You know what? We'll put Miko on this team,
Whatever
sorry.
would you do without me?
And Yellen here.
It's time to pull the trigger.
I think I'm gonna switch Toma and Jinglin.
I can't wait any longer.
Because this guy's 4 different elements. He's not. So I want a more active and reliable Pyro.
I guess the housework can wait.
Like her cooldown short, her skill cooldown shorter. But I like his burst better. We'll see how this goes. Anyways, I gotta go fetch beetles now. So I have the Genshin map here. So I'm just gonna run to the locations that have all these beetles on them. Probably gonna have to do some dungeon farming if I need to. Okay, so it says there should be like 4 of them here. I've picked up 3 of them. With the... I didn't ask for this cutscene. Come on! I really wish you could hear how fast I'm trying to click my mouse here. There we go. Got all 4. There's a lot over by this waypoint here, too. It shows at least, like, 5. We drift down the ledge here. Oh, there's one.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I screwed up. I realized what I need to do. Get this.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Got a puzzle done along the way. On the last video here too.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
All right. There's quite a few around here too. I have enough to get him to 60, so I need 10 to get him to 50, so I'm gonna need more to get him higher than that. I'm actually gonna change. I don't know if this will work, but
Hey!
it does not work. I wasn't too sure if anything constituted like a living being or something.
What should the next Fanta flavor
Oh, there's a golden thingy. Time to change back to that team. Nope,
Give up.
wrong thing.
crumble?
Thank you. Got it. Supposedly over here there should be like two right beside each other. Is that one underneath or something? Yep, these two. Okay, that should be enough to easily get him to 50.
Osmanthus.
I need 20 now. I want his crit damage scales too. That's good. Well, I need like 14 more, right?
Quake!
It says there should be one around here-ish. Oh, it could be in the underground area, probably. There's an underground area where I am. Okay, let me see. I see 4 south of here. One's right here. The others are across the water. There's 1. There's 2. Three. And that gets rid of those. Looks like there's 4 over in this near this building here. Don't ask me how I've been weaving through all these combat situations. There's 1. 2. And the others.
Frozen. Solidified.
Rain cutter.
I will have order.
It's not.
Goodbye. Didn't even drop anything, you piece of shit.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Rain outlines your fate. Give us.
I'm a stronger Geomage. Supposed to be like 2 back here. There we go, 2 more. All right. How many more do I need? Five more. And I see 5 more. South of here. First one is on the island. Right there. I did not grab it. Two there. And the other 2 are going to be up this cliff. Let me let my energy regenerate.
It's raining. Fetch an umbrella for me, would you?
I like how her and Ayato are, like, their lines are relatively similar. Except Ningguang says fetch an umbrella for me, while Ayato says wait here while I send someone to get us umbrellas or something like that. There's one. The other one should be near the bottom corner here. Oh, there it is. Got it. Yeah, the other option I have outside of running Mika is to run Shenhe so I can have that cryo reduction, and then switch the healer to and then switch Toma to Bennett. I think I'm gonna do it. Let's give it a shot anyways. Toma.
I guess the housework can wait.
I still need Yellen though.
I won't hold you back. Much.
I will do as you command.
We'll try it. And you know what? Fuck it. Right now, we're going this.
Double check our equipment. All right. Everything's ready.
Right, now I just gotta check his tomes and stuff. Oh yeah, and I gotta do what I always do and check out the birthday lines and some of the others maybe.
I usually take some milk with my coffee and 2 cubes of sugar with my tea.
That's your favorite food?
You ever had one of Siege Ween's milkshakes? The taste that comes to mind is... what's that flavor? Desolation. I usually take some milk with my coffee, and boxing? To me, that's more of a necessity than a hobby. You got any suggestions for actual hobbies? Our tradition says that all children of Fontaine are born amid their parents' wishes and blessings. But I'd like to think that all children are born from such wonderful feelings. Anything that I can say to celebrate your birth would feel a little trivial next to that, right? Unfortunately, I
Such a
won't be able
long
to reduce
text.
your prison sentence if you were to commit a crime. The only thing I'd be able to pull off would be a special welfare meal for your birthday dinner. With all that in mind, why don't you try to respect the law a bit more around your birthday, so we'll be able to celebrate somewhere nice on the surface? This is a different kind of cold than what I'm used to. Have you ever seen these stickers on my back? Do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes. I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun. They say there's nothing new under the sun, but somehow a picnic in the warm sunshine never gets old. Ah, it's raining? That's all right. A real problem would be if we could feel water dripping on our heads in the fortress of Meripede. You know, they say if you're scared of the thunder, it's really because you got something else to hide. People have this tendency to see me as an all-knowing figure with mystical powers. In reality, I'm just one man with 2 eyes and 2 ears. How can I possibly know everything that's happening in the fortress of Meripede? You want a tip on how to escape from the guards? Just give yourself a name that's really long and difficult to pronounce. They'll be stumbling over your name as soon as they try to announce that you're under arrest. If a man will not work, he shall not eat. That phrase has been on the walls of the fortress of Meripede for as long as anyone can remember. I don't know who first came up with it, but it's been pretty useful in the underworld.
Thursday, so I gotta wait till Saturday, so I can only upgrade one of them. I'll just go basic combo for now. Because I know I got a bunch of the tier 2s. Yeah, so I'll have to wait a couple days before I can do that. Alright, so this is going to be the new team. Look at that. I love it. He like so he's boxing while like Heizo is more of a martial arts style. Anyways, let's now that I'm in this situation.
Have you ever seen these stickers on my back? Do me a favor and take them off.
Alright, let's go. Actually doing story now.
We once thought the Fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave. Oh, you mean Wriothesley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader.
Is he overhearing?
Kind of
Like, does he walk up?
He's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys?
He probably has a good number of tricks for every situation.
He must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Me too.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't...
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, Traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Did someone strip you of your clothes?
Oh, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair!
Paimon, there's no need to spell it out.
Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a quick nap. But when I came to, it was gone. It's really important to me, so your help would mean the world. I'll wait here for your return.
Why do I feel like this is a trap?
In no time.
Like, this is absolutely a trap, right?
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Let's go somewhere else. Just where is that thing? Nothing in the water either. Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Let's turn back. We can't scour the entire fortress.
That's a good idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing. Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory serves, they got all kinds of stuff in there.
You sure get fired up quick when it comes to shopping. I'm only paying for the hat.
You let Paimon pick out some other stuff too, right? If we're going to the shop anyway. Well, either way, let's go check it out first. Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop. Now, just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner, dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread. Well, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No. Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying chunk of gingerbread.
Can we get an emergency
Sorry,
food
I
joke?
just I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes, so got a bit ahead of myself.
Love the change
I
of
hope you
pace on
find
the
it in
accent
your
here.
magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just a nobody, after all.
There's no need to put yourself down like that. Paimon's just venting.
Why, your heroic actions at Araneus have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. Ah, you were the envy of all. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced to you.
But it's because of him. Here I thought I had made it as a hero.
Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it, I've become fast friends with Mr. Alvar himself. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for? No problem. Anything else? Hey, feel free to check out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are up.
Wait, but that's, you don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of more coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurts to make some friends.
All right.
That's a way also to make sure you don't need coupons for this quest.
Are you sure you don't want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
It's all right. Two will do. Just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later.
Paimonology.
Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate.
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
Like, this has to be some kind of thing. There's like the hat is the source of power or something like that. And you give him the wrong hat, so he has no power.
You can come out now.
You did? Oh, Archon, you just saved my life. Just one sec.
Wait, so you're not actually bald?
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair. Wait,
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat.
I see. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately...
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
But, sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Wriothesley. It's been a while.
No, it hasn't.
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off. Bye.
What a strange
yeah.
guy. Why did he care so much about his hat? Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
What's this Beret Society?
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up, too. And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
Let's go
All
then.
right, then please follow me.
All right.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
I'll pass on the food, then. What about you?
I'm not hungry.
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then, I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Whoa. That'd be quite the long story.
But tooth and nail for the sake of justice. I'm still learning more about Fontaine. To be honest, I really wasn't that involved with a lot of it.
I see. Certainly that'd fit your title as the Traveler. Seeing everything for yourself, recording everything to the best of your ability, and making lots of friends along the way. I'm sure that by the end of your journey you'll possess an unmatched amount of perspectives and opportunities.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
Because you don't ever talk about
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself.
How about how you got
I was
arrested?
convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms, Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
That's how I feel as well. I must thank you for your generosity, but...
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress. You're dismissed.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they, dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats, so we have to examine everything carefully. Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem! Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well?
What about you, Paimon?
I'll be your vault keeper!
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want from it. Consider it a gift from me.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of Mora. Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead? There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain. It was super spooky.
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
Let me
Sure.
try.
I wouldn't exactly call it fun.
I want to make sure I know exactly what you saw. My constitution is a bit different from everyone
Fair
else's.
enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
Sister getting captured? Yep.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw something, right?
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then... actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
An
You
astute
do
decision.
have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents. Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place, then. I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met, either.
not even that far nor out of the way.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival. Are these your two guests?
Mm-hmm. Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
So you were also involved with this, Wriothesley?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same for the things you can see here.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
There's nothing deep about it. I just felt like we needed some kind of visible identifier.
I feel like there is a
If our
purpose
members
behind
felt
it.
joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hat
I'm
would
expecting
become a
something
point of
sinister with
pride
this
for them
group.
as well. And when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Wriothesley?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Well, we're already here, aren't we?
Yeah, might as well have a look.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like.
Inside.
Welcome to our
let it keep
gathering
playing.
place. Is there
Anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Sound like a bit like a salesperson in a shop.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more. Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, we also have an entertainment room, a fitness room, and a self-study room. These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their free time to the fullest.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant too? If you did, you also wouldn't have to eat at the big cafeteria anymore.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on His Grace. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
You've really thought of everything.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Something's going on here. I feel like that box was smuggled in by someone in the society.
Hey, you there, newbie.
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this? Ha!
That's really loud.
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? I promise that it'll work.
Paimon's gonna pass.
Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? I'm organizing the bookshelves. Want to take a look? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members publish themselves.
There are writers in the society?
Most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
Ah, it's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though, all we need to do is think about the things that we want to do. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a try. And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
Well, there are still limitations on that, I'm sure. Just like there is in IRL jail, like, you know, like...
After all, not everyone is good at fighting. Or have the
dealing with those of under a specific age line will generally get you murdered in prison. Or at least severely screwed or severely fucked up. But
just remember to put the books back after you're done.
I'm sure that in this world the same rule applies.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy. That would explain why Wriothesley only had good things to say about this place. Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well.
Something is... I just know something's off about this.
Your Grace. I will attend to those matters right away.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the society as a whole.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process. It's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Seems alright on the surface.
Yeah, you're right. By themselves, our resources probably don't feel like much.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace.
You can't get better unless you want it.
Too many people who cannot come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring too? Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Almost never, you say. Yeah, something's up with this guy too.
The guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too? What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back. I'm sorry, but I've got to go.
He's still as weird as before. Paimon's kind of used to it by now, though.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked?
What useless distracting? Send me up a boxing gloves.
About that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know.
Something is so eerie going on here.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again. And that goes for you as well, Your Grace. We wish you all the best in your endeavors.
And same to you.
Oh my god, it's so eerie. Something's going
I
on.
didn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
More like a cult than anything.
It's pretty chill. Aren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism? There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too.
Mm-hmm. Bit hard to put into words, but there's something off
As
about
expected,
that place.
you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen next.
You've completely lost Paimon.
Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left something of yours there by accident. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it.
I'll
I'll
trust you for
explain
now.
everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
All right. Back we go.
Huh. It's just as Wriothesley said. Seems like Dugier is no longer here. You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something out. Paimon will do her best to help.
Let's see if we can strike up a conversation.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost some...
Oh, okay.
It's like the other guy. They're all just like super nervous. I was using it to store some spice powder.
It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we lost a whole bag of Mora or anything. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it. We're not going to tell Wriothesley anything, don't worry.
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know?
It feels like they're all terrified of something.
We can look around for it, yeah?
It's like they can't think for themselves.
Hey, big...
What do you want?
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier? Take a deep breath.
Oh yeah, that's right. You sure are a fast learner.
Where'd your optimism go?
I ate something earlier, so I'm falling into a bit of a food coma, and I mean, not everyone can be super upbeat all the time, right? You're looking for something, you said? I didn't see it, but it should be somewhere nearby.
Hey, hello?
Hello? How can I help you?
Give us the rundown
the Beret
again.
Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've already told you.
You don't know anything?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just... there's nothing more I can tell you.
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books right now.
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Alright.
Oh, you're back. How are things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
They all clammed up. They were all acting super scared.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
That one guy we found hiding in the box?
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one who started it all was... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states.
How long have we been investigating
Not
this?
too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you want in this place.
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
The Duke's actions will set the tone. The Duke values will be related by the people.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order. And that's why, even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society. And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
No, it's that simple. I feel like we're still missing
Indeed.
something.
He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. And that won't turn out well in the long run. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish? Bite?
Had to do with the dropping the rock, right?
My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
It's interesting that the guy picked it up with his bare hands, that rock, and had no reaction. Almost as if he's been using the rock frequently. And he just kind of accepts what to expect now.
It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Because you instigated Doggier in the first place, or in as you've been working?
Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
Now that you mention
The
it.
last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once.
A hat must be hiding
Yes, that's the
something.
conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble.
And that's the hint you were talking about earlier?
And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
That's why you wanted us to come along.
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is.
So they just have like the black
Of course, you're under no
stems under their
obligation,
hats, or?
But I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
But Paimon's still mad at you!
Sure, all you need is help planning. Sure. We just need to
You
fight
have
them
my
off.
thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Wait, the BGM music is actually like legitimate music?
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
I apologize for my lack of composure. These two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct?
You know what?
Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top. What happened at the society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she arrived at the fortress. She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter.
Just throw it away. We already we're already suspicious, and you know we're suspicious.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know His Grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
You can do it, Avis.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
It's all right, Avis. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of. No matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've already said everything I could say.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
But why?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is an order. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've nearly let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But your grace is welcome to visit us anytime to confirm the true intent of our activities. All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me.
It seems for sure we won't let him get away with
The
this.
true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find any evidence.
Man, the two of them have, like, I'm just gonna say this right now. Was it Zach and I don't hear Lumine enough to remember a voice actress's name. But the two of them have just been making like bank now because they've talked more in Fontaine so far than they have in most of the other regions.
From the way Dugier acted. But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat? The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret, but there's nothing wrong with the hats themselves.
Like, my big thing is it's like they hired voice actor and voice actress for Ether and Lumine. Or is it Lumine? I forgot. And they're voiced when they're villains, and they're voiced in key moments. But why not just let them speak whenever, instead of just having Paimon be the interpreter?
I can't seem to make a connection.
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
If East didn't take off her hat to draw attention to her head, she did so to remove her hair clip.
This thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Paimon's last again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
Gem is used as a container for a type of liquid.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so unpleasant things.
So with this infused
Dujier
thorn,
would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair. No wonder they're all so terrified of it.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
That might not even be all. Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dujier escape with all of the evidence.
this is going to be another one of those ones that doesn't have a fight in it. Like, I don't see myself picking a fight with Dujier. Or whatever his name was.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
He didn't pull the thorn
They
out.
probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dujier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas too.
Papers are actually outdated, but they look brand new. It's like, if you close the creases, they don't seem to have been folded naturally.
Come here, have a look at this. This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
Just for show, make it look like the bookshelf's been added to and maintained.
And they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
Look at what I found.
The camera.
This is a surveillance port. With this, Dujier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dujier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
Which explains why they were all so terrified.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less, or to not do anything at all. Dujier has already tamed them to his will.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
Brady put a lot of effort into building a front. Their real headquarters are
Indeed.
elsewhere.
As long as he allowed Society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dujier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
That's where the real headquarters is.
Let's go. You two, follow me.
A production zone, all right.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
I see something here. Oh, that's just because you can jump on it.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! I might see some society members too!
After them!
It's rising! Run!
Oh, they did they do them in? You're not outrunning me.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on! It's time to talk! Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him pass through a large drainage pipe.
No, that's more like it.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find it.
Okay, so there will actually be fighting then. And it's gonna do the dumb thing of, of letting me trial out Wriothesley, which is going to end up putting him, but because he's in my team, he's going to get put on the bottom slot. So my only other option is to potentially just temporarily put him on another team. Let me check, let me search something here. Genshin Elemental Resonance with demo character. Do you get only the first 4 characters? So if I do have him in the party, only the first 4 factor in towards elemental resonance. So if I were to switch to, say, this team, I would not get the cryo bonus, and I actually wouldn't get any of the gear that I gave him. So I'm gonna stick with my current team. It's just gonna throw off my numbers.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Doesn't actually even show the weapon. Oh wow, I'm so it literally just stripped me of him. This is dumb. That's the case, I might as well actually just change my team then. Why run in with this team when I'm gonna get little to no benefit from it? I'll run this team because it'd probably be the only time I'll ever be able to double punch.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. There are usually... Stay sharp.
It's just gonna strip me of Wriothesley as a character, and then I might as well just run double punch.
Don't get too close!
Right now, right here. Emerge. Rise.
Way now.
Let's go!
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dougie really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water. I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dougier's slaves.
Terrible. The whole thing is an affront to human
Do
dignity.
you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh, the best example you could come up with. Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dujier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error. Whoa, it's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? The other side's open! Let's go.
Alright, let's get up here.
On me.
You know, it doesn't actually hurt to have another heal. So this guy can regen health, but it's his charge attack gets some health back.
Have a safe trip.
I'm glad that worked out, even though I was facing the completely wrong direction.
Here's backup. Show them right now, right here.
Let it go.
Wheel of life.
A moment, please.
They add in 2 more brawlers, then I may have to build a fisticuffs team. I think we need a Geo Brawler. I'm just saying.
It's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
Needs to rotate twice. Jing.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Am I glowing red?
Let's begin.
Emerge, right here.
Fire it up!
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts. Hey, it's all right now.
No. No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. Don't close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Those two are still in danger.
All right.
This is actually, I would probably say, one of the darkest stories so far. This is sick and twisted. So this is going to turn nothing, right? Because they're both in place. Turn. And just like that.
The door's open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring these along.
What?
This seems to be something like a console.
This is a surveillance terminal. The information collected by the surveillance ports we found previously will be sent here. I'm sure Dugier really enjoyed sitting here and making his people dance like puppets on strings.
Oh, that makes Paimon even angrier!
Alright, so I don't want this one to move. Don't need that one to move. And then I'm going to take these, because apparently you can bring them with you.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again and again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent! We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved. And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
Honestly, he's been keeping it in until now.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley? Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey.
I gotta give Dugier's voice actor a compliment here. I don't know who did it, but
Had
damn,
you been just one step
he's
slower,
really
I
good.
would have already taken control
Really selling
of
these
all
lines.
the Gardamex in this place. Your vision gives you strength, but how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Orders given. Orders received.
Don't get too close.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Stay cool and face your guilt. Away now.
Let's the kick go.
Life goes on.
I got you covered.
Right now, right here, right now.
Let's begin. Have a safe trip.
Let's go.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
Terrible shot.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you! Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?
Oh boy. Wriothesley spends much time with each member, comforting and extending his personal apologies. Knowing that he makes arrangements for follow-up medical care and cleanup work. Unless the Beret Society debacle truly come to an end.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
At least you were able to stop it before it got any worse, right? Maybe you should give a more formal... You sound more serious than usual.
Even I wouldn't be able to find humor in a situation like this.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh? Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
I suppose this is the kind of punishment only the fortress can mete out.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so... How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
In 2 days, let's go. After this, like after I'm done all the story, I need to see how he does in terms of Because this is the one thing everyone does when a new cryo character comes out, is they see how well they can freeze water. There's a survey. What year was I born in? 1994. I am male. I've explored most of the region. Overall, are you satisfied with the region? I'm somewhat satisfied. It's okay. You know, I'm not, the cube idea is kind of cool, so I'm somewhat. Neutral. I haven't really done much of it. What are the main reasons for dissatisfaction? Why does neutral have to be a dissatisfaction? Like, I've not spent any real time doing the puzzles to have an opinion yet. How satisfied are you with the jellyfish? I have not tried that yet. Following puzzle mechanics. Strange eel, haven't played it. Somewhat satisfied. Stabilizer, somewhat satisfied, I guess. How would you rate the difficulty of the following puzzle? Let's see, I guess just right. How difficult would you find it to survive underwater in the... Just right, I guess. How did you find the frequency of underwater fights? Medium. I've barely gotten in. I've not done any actual underwater in this region, so, or in this new area. Neutral. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely a lot of experiences. I'm actually gonna put one in here. Encounter system leads to no progress on daily missions that have plot and continuity to them. Oh, the poetry one. I have heard of this event. Have you participated? I have. Overall, how satisfied are you with the... I am, pretty satisfied. Why not? Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure. I have participated. I am very satisfied. This one, I have participated. I'm neutral. Nah, I don't really have anything to add right now. Whoops. Clicked out of the window.
Something that tells me a new case is brewing.
Already set up.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
Yeah, that is if I haven't been feeding you or something.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Wriothesley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
Hmm? I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you!
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
I have a question for you,
Please,
actually.
go ahead.
Flashbacks when you picked up the gem, your anger when you confronted Dozier.
That's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
That explains a lot.
Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all. But I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede. My methods were extreme, yes, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
Really don't know what
It's
to
all
say.
right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a vis and facade. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Glad to hear
We
it.
came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
Yeah, We met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
Oh, we can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here. So now, it'd be too hard to leave. And we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
I think that the only thing that could have made that better is if they finished by inviting them to, by inviting them to stay at the, or like to sit down and eat. Alright. So, I don't want to do it here. We're going to go to Mondstadt and do it, because, or Liyue, I guess. We can do it here. I highly doubt he's going to be good, though, because he really just punches. Like, it's believed Charlotte's catalyst, so Charlotte might be the best one. We'll see. People have been waiting for Cryo Catalyst, probably for this is one of the exact reasons. It'd make them the water character. Oh my god, it's brilliant. Oh my god, this is fantastic. You basically just gotta keep comboing, though. Like, you can't stop because the ice does not last long. But damn, that's actually really good. I'm half tempted to see if I can use it to get to the island. Then I want to test out, like, because while I've used Wriothesley, I never actually got to test out this team comp nor his build. Okay, I want to set a macro for this because I obviously don't want to just sit here the whole time. I gotta set a macro first. Let me actually check something here on the controls. Because I may actually keep this macro for specific reasons if I don't need the... Yeah. I need equal, which is switch from walk to run, but I don't need minus. Insert. How do I add in another delay? Come on. Zero 0.05. That should technically work. All right, rename. Spam clip. All right, we go to keep, or we're going to go to mouse. We're in the Genshin loadout. This one will change to macro. Toggle. And it will be set to spam click. Save. Whoops, it did not click. There we go. All right, we're good on that. Now we go back to here, and I need to change the default of this back to Genshin. Or get back to Guild Wars. Hopefully this works. So the island is right there. So now I should literally just be able to sit back and relax. Could you imagine how bloody exhausted you would be doing this? So this guy's worth it just for this utility. Like for traversing, he's officially the best cryo character. Because while Kaya can do it, even by himself, Kaya still requires sitting on a cooldown. So you just have positions of just not doing anything. I literally don't even need to hold forward. His main combo literally just moves him forward. Oh, where did that come from? Yeah, like I'm literally, all the macro is just set to do one click on repeat until I turn off the toggle. It'd take bloody fucking forever, but... Look something up over here. One thing I really like about Zack is that when he, it's really cool that, like, when a character comes out, he'll do, like, a pulling stream with the VA of said character. So it's like, oh, Albedo, or, you know, Albedo's out. Let's pull Albedo with, Albedo's VA kind of thing, right? Like, and he does it with a lot of people. Usually the 5 stars, though, because they're a lot more guaranteed. He doesn't really tend to do it with the 4 stars. But, you know, like... Oh, wow. There is one with Yang Fei, even though she's a 4 star. Gonna hang out with Noelle's voice actress, Chung Yun's voice actress. I gotta watch some of these. I'm just opening a bunch of tabs. Oh, man, I was really hoping there was gonna be a Zhongli one, but no. Granted, I'm pretty sure Ayaka can do this too, but Ayaka's uses stamina. This guy doesn't actually doesn't even use stamina. I'm getting closer. I'm going to go on Discord and let Twig know. Let her know what I'm doing. So I made this dumb decision of how good the clock tower, or how good I was at the clock tower, that I'm going to do first person Chalice of Tears. Like, you remember how difficult Chalice of Tears was before? Now it's gonna be first person. I may be able to rope Sai and Ray back into helping. Alright, Twig. Oh, god damn it. Mistakes were made, but I can make it now. Oh, I made it to... I did it completely wrong. I went to Musk Reef. I only meant to go to the island. Oh my god, I'm dumb. I seemingly never remember this character. I'm never gonna remember how to say his name. There we go. Or spell his name. Set a macro. Punched my way to the island east of Mondstadt. And then realized I actually punched my way to Musk Reef instead. Mistakes were made, but E for effort. And it worked. Anyway. So the first person Chalice of Tears will not occur until guaranteed it will not occur until after Christmas anyway. I get busy, Sai gets busy. Sai is also looking to try and upgrade and get a better PC. If anyone actually watched the original attempt at doing Chalice of Tears, Sai had to play on the lowest settings to even function in that jumping puzzle. Because of how his PC was trying to, just how his PC is. I wanted stamina food, by the way. I'm just kind of spacing out here. Alright, I'll take that. Let's go. Punch that tree. That's right, he can't actually get wood because he's a catalyst user. How did I not see the island, by the way? Like, can you legitimately not? I swear you could see it from the coast. Oh well. Fact of the matter is, it works. That's all I wanted to test. All right. Why did my phone display the last video I was watching? No, that was not the last video I was watching. This one was. Alright. We're gonna go fight the Fire Flower. Fire Regis Vine, whatever you want to call it. Where is it? Which way am I going? because I actually have a chance.
Precision strike!
Game's up. Time's over.
Wait now.
Quietly now. Teamwork is dream.
Oh, I win. Yeah. That worked out really well, but I just realized that it's too like I want to test it on fodder, not on bosses. Is there like there's that one there. Is there one that's like really near a waypoint so I don't actually have to travel far to get to it? I guess that one's close enough.
It always rains when I go on an adventure.
I don't trust these barrels. Not gonna lie.
Only innocent children.
Not with what I'm planning to accomplish.
Do not fear they're about to get dicey.
Providing cover fire.
Let's begin.
Oh my god, he fucking melts them.
Time to improvise.
I'm going in.
Engaging.
Busted.
Get a little chilly.
I win. I was fucking melting them. And just think, I'm not even properly built on this guy. Right? Like, because I haphazardly build, but like, yeah, like, the set I have him just gives him so much crit without giving him any crit. Like, his default crit is 25%, but he gains 20 when they're chilled, 15 when they're chilled, and then an additional 20 when they're frozen. Sarah, by the way. That's the name of, That's the name of, Lumine's voice actress.
While I do possess some stereotypical Fontanian looks, when you're an orphan, you can never really be sure where you're from. Who knows? Maybe I'll take a dip in the primordial sea one of these days, just to check.
Just Barbara's birthday message again.
Go, Barbara, go! I'm fine. Keep going. I feel a little weak. Why has everyone stopped singing? Sister. Acting Grand Master, leader of the Knights of Favonius, Everyone seems to like her a lot. Oh, me? Of course I have nothing but admiration for her.
Does she sing like Klee?
Here you go. This is the gift I got you for your birthday, along with my exclusive autograph. When my next song comes out, I'll make sure you're the first one to hear it. Happy birthday.
No. So I guess Klee's the only one that sings? Some of the birthdays are funny though. Like, I like Raiden's birthday. Raiden's birthday one. I just find it funny.
Happy birthday. Let's celebrate together and make it a moment to remember.
The Shogun's one.
The day of your creation. Return to the city with me. I will read out a speech for you in front of all my attendants. Embarrassing? Huh. Understood.
I like that one. The Shogun isn't supposed to understand that stuff. I wish I could use Albedo more. I may run a second geocentric team if depending on how Navia is, and I may run it with Albedo because I actually like the Ningguang Zhongli combo. So I may see about the Navia potentially Navia Albedo combo.
Lisa? I always am impressed by the valuable perspectives she brings to discussions. But is a person with her talents satisfied with such a basic occupation as librarian? There must be some hidden reason for this. Oh, Xingqiu. I find his written works quite interesting. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has been asking that I cooperate with a different author for greater royalties. Do I seem the type to be swayed by a few extra mora? Barbara. She's a very earnest deaconess. I once had the opportunity to sketch her a simple portrait. What happened to the sketch? Yes. Albert offered to purchase it, but I rejected his bid and gave it to the acting grandmaster. Social relations really require a lot of effort. Jean. She has served exceptionally well as acting grandmaster. One can even say she is more reliable than Grandmaster Varka. Perhaps in our hearts. Happy birthday. You look especially happy. Would you mind if I sketched you?
I gotta say, Cole does a fantastic job of making a character that sounds basically monotone and emotional all at the same time. Like, emotional monotone.
We can remember that past feeling.
Like, he's speaking like in a flat tone, more or less, but like there's emotion behind it, is what I mean. It's like, that's just incredible voice acting talent. What's Nahida's again? It's my favorite character. I gotta remember this one, right? So.
I was thinking, your birthday celebration
I love
needs
Kimberly's
to be at
voice
least
for
as
this.
grand as the Sub-Zero's
She does such a
festival,
great
so...
job.
Too much? But everyone's already done preparing for it. Come on, let's go. Just this once. I'll make sure you love it.
I like how she pretty much did almost similar to what the Shogun did, but actually forced you to do it. I know Mona actually has a line in regards to Paimon. And the funny thing is it's not actually listed about that she has a conversation about Paimon, but it's under interesting things.
Travel companion of yours. Do you know anything of her origins? No matter what, I cannot seem to discern a single shred of information regarding this floating fairy's fate. Oh? So you don't know where she comes from either? Albedo? Ah, I envy his ability to solely focus on his research without getting bogged down in mundane worldly affairs. What a wonderful life. If that batty old lady hadn't had one too many screws loose, perhaps that's the life I'd be living by now myself. Ah, yes, Alice's daughter. She's in the custody of the Knights of Favonius, and...
Some of the Mondstadt characters I feel like have relatively stale lines. Voice actors did fine, but it's because there wasn't a lot of game yet. So I feel like if you were to compare like Mona's lines versus say Wriothesley's lines, I feel like there's a significant difference in character, because like he has more game behind him to buff up the writing of his character. But when like Mona was released, like there's very little game, right? Like, so I feel like, especially when referring to other characters, like I just feel like they speak in a very like matter-of-fact way versus like the character that the personality the later characters have.
As a general rule, the less a person sees of me, the happier their life is.
We learned how because he talks about being a criminal in he was a former convict in this story, right? So it's like at least we learned how that happened.
This is something that I can only say in private. I could never publicly share my views on this matter. It positively baffles me that Fanta has managed to become such a popular drink. Though I suppose its appeal to humans is not beyond comprehension. One can both rehydrate and replenish blood sugar in one gulp, and at an exceptionally cheap price. I usually do my best to avoid forming personal relationships or even collaborating with others outside of established procedures. But you have shown yourself to be trustworthy, and you have no problematic entanglements with Fontaine's local factions. Therefore...
Another one of my favorite birthdays is Fischl. Where's Fischl? Is she level 50 or level 60? 60. I just like the Oz line. Like Oz tries to translate it when she doesn't want him to.
Well, if today is truly the anniversary of your birth, it shan't do for me not to mark the occasion. You have my full attention. Speak. Speak to me of your wishes, that which you most desire to fulfill during your fleeting and harsh existence in this wretched world. Whatever that wish may be, even if perchance...
She means happy birthday, and if you want, she can...
Silence, Oz.
My only thing I would have liked is if Fischl broke character on that last line. So instead of going, silence, Oz, she were to go, silence, Oz! Or like, be quiet, like something like, because like Oz is clearly about to break a secret. Right? I think it would have been funny. Anyways, I actually don't mind this team. I don't know why he glows red.
Yeah, seriously. Don't break the law.
Yo, what is up, Animo Slime? You are a cryo slime. You are immune to me.
Take cover! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Teamwork is dreamwork. Gotcha. Weather's not bad today. Oh crap! Let's light it up. Adventure time.
Yeah, I think Bennett's going to be good, especially since his burst adds an infusion. So if I really need to knock down like cryo shields, not only do I have his thing, but I also have his main combo, and it would affect both him and what's his name, Mika. Won't affect Yellen though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until Saturday before I can upgrade Wriothesley's attacks. Right. I'm probably going to call it here anyways. Nothing left to do. This was the new boss, by the way. The one you had to fight for Wriothesley. It's actually super easy to fight. I just steamrolled it with my Nahida team. Which, that new roulette pull, as much as it cost me, was 100% worth it. Like, Nerve Roulette is fucking broken. So, like, yeah. Like, really broken. The one thing the poetry event did, though, is it adds a tally to my list. So, I have a list, like, this is not really a list, but, like, I've been slowly keeping track of all the characters that have met the Archon of their element from outside their region. So, like, I don't count Jean and Venti, because Jean is from Mondstadt, but, like, I count Kazuha, who has met Venti. They don't have to know he's the Archon, but, Kazuha has met Venti, and as such, he has met the, like, he has hit an Animo user outside of Mondstadt has met the Animo Archon. And it actually adds a tally to that, in which, Noelle actually converses in some way, shape, or form in the poetry contest with Zhongli. So, there is another one to check off there. It still doesn't happen too often. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think any Electro user from outside of Inazuma has met A yet. The only ones outside of Inazuma I think have met, I think Charlotte's the only one. In the Iridori Festival, A only had one brief appearance, and it had nothing to do with anyone but Sarah. And in subsequent festivals, it was either all Inazuma characters or they never interacted with her. Sumeru, again, no one from outside Sumeru has interacted with Nahida. The closest was Yoimiya, but Yoimiya never met Nahida, and even then, different Archon anyways. And then Fontaine, obviously, we've not had any events take place in Fontaine that would allow subsequent characters to come over. But even though she's not Hydro, everyone fucking wants Fischl. I'm in that boat too. Like, I love Fischl just anyways, but people want Fischl and Farina to have a conversation. Be like the best of friends in a heartbeat. But if we were to sit down and consider, like, what Hydro would I want to meet Farina? Let me look at the character list here. I think Barbara would be pretty cool. Because Barbara's adorable. Who wouldn't love Barbara? Obviously, Mona's gonna have to occur, because Mona's from Fontaine. I'm pretty sure. Even though she's classified as a Mondstadt character, she is from Fontaine. I think Yellen would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I think it'd be cool to see some of the more homebodies outside of their nation. So like Candace, Sarah, Goro, Zhao. Like seeing some of these characters that are very staunch in their regions being outside of them would be really cool. Like, I'm pretty sure it says that she's from Fontaine. No, like there's no dialogue line. Yeah, someone says in the comments that there's no actual proof yet that she's from Fontaine. It's just a lot of speculation on the fandom's side of things. But yeah, we're gonna call it here. I am super happy though with you know, getting Wriothesley in a reasonable amount of pulls. Like that Nervalette was terrible. 145 pulls to get Nervalette. So tomorrow's stream, what am I streaming tomorrow? You know, it's not going to be a long stream. Because I start, yeah, Ribbit King. So it'll probably just be like maybe 1 or 2 matches depending. Because I do have to wake up at 7 the next day. And I get home at 8 and I'm streaming at 9:30. So unlike with Borderlands, like I can't stream and I don't know if I really want to stream until midnight. So I might only stream for like 2 hours or something. Like it all depends. But I don't really think there's much left in that game anyway, so from what I looked up, all that's left is to face the rank 2s of each character, the boss of the tournament, and then once you beat all the rank 2s, you can challenge Sparky and Whoosh again, and they provide you with, and then you beat the second act, and there's only 2 acts. So that's pretty much what ends up happening is with that. And I only have like for rank 2s, I only have so there's still the boss of the first one, then I have Sparky and Whoosh 2, Princess Tippy 2, and what was the other one that was a 2 that I still need? I need Cosmo 2, and Sir Waddle's Lot 2. Those are those 4 are pretty much all that are left, and then I face Sparky and Whoosh 2 again. But one other thing too is I've been like saving up points thinking I could buy the thing I get from Sparky and Whoosh 2, but it turns out you can't actually buy it from them anyways. So yeah. So we'll just end up I'll probably just like start mass spending some points on the slot machine and stuff to try and get some interesting see if I can get some interesting items that I can take into a level. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Be back tomorrow with some Ribbit King. With that said, my name is Daimien Kamiya. I'm the Omni King, and be a friend, foe, or member of the Omni Council. Sorry, I'm going to see you later. Goodbye, everyone.